Now this question is from JEE Advanced 2025 Maths from trigonometry. Let alpha is equal to 1 upon sine 60 degree into sine 61 degree plus 1 upon sine 62 degree into sine 63 degree plus dash 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 plus 1 upon sine 118 degree into sine 119 degree. Then the value of cosec 1 degree upon alpha whole square is, we have to find out. So the given expression I have written over here, alpha is equal to, once again, 1 upon sine 60 degree into sine 61 degree plus 1 upon sine 62 degree into sine 63 degree plus 1 upon sine 118 degree into sine 119 degree. Now we will multiply the given equation by sine 1 degree. Okay, so what we will do, simply do the multiplication. Multiply by sine 1 degree on both sides. Okay, so what you will get here, you will get sine 1 degree into alpha, and on the right side you will get sine 1 degree upon sine 60 degree into sine 61 degree plus second term will also be multiplied because we are multiplying throughout the expression. So sine 1 degree upon sine 62 degree into sine 63 degree plus dash 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 the last term sine 1 degree upon sine 118 degree into sine 119 degree. Okay, after that what we will do is, we will simply write alpha into sine 1 degree as alpha by cosec 1 degree on the left hand side. Okay, because sine 1 degree can be written as 1 upon cosec 1 degree. So alpha upon cosec 1 degree. On the right hand side, sine 1 degree, for each terms we will write individually in a different way. Let us see. Sine 1 degree can be written as, for the first term, sine 61 degree minus sine 60 degree. Denominator will remain same, sine 60 degree into sine 61 degree. Second term, sine 1 degree will be here written as 63 degree minus 62 degree. Okay, again 1 degree, and here also denominator for the second term is same as already given, that is sine 62 degree into sine 63. Again similarly for the last term also, here sine 1 degree will be written as 119 degree minus 118 degree. Again denominator will be same as before given in the question, sine 119. Okay, so now we can use the formula of sine of a minus b. Sine of a minus b, do you know? Sine of a minus b is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Okay, so we will use this formula here. Next time, the next step now will become as left hand side no change we will do. On the right side, sine of 61 degree minus sine 60 degree will be written as sine 61 degree into cos 60 degree minus cos 61 degree into sine 60 degree divided by sine 60 degree into sine 61 degree. This is first term. Again second term will be sine 63 degree minus sine 62 degree. So sine 63 degree into cos 62 degree minus cos 63 degree into sine 62 degree. Okay, and denominator will be remain same, sine 62 degree into sine 63 degree. Again the last term will be written as sine 119 degree into cos 118 degree minus cos 119 degree into sine sine 118 degree divided by sine 118 degree into sine 119 degree. Okay, now in next step what we will do, we will just split the denominator in each term. Okay, so denominator will be given to the each term in the numerator, as each term in the numerator contains two terms, sine, for example first term sine 61 degree into cos 60 degree minus cos 61 degree into sine 60 degree divided by sine 60 degree into sine 61 degree. So what we will do is sine 61 degree into cos 60 degree divided by sine 60 degree into sine 61 degree minus cos 61 degree into sine 60 degree divided by sine 60 degree into sine 61 degree. So like that every term we will do. So sine 61 degree into cos 60 degree divided by sine 60 degree into sine 61 degree minus cos 61 degree into sine 60 degree divided by sine 60 degree into sine 61 degree. This is for the first term. Similarly we do for the second term also. So what is your second term? Sine 63 degree into cos 62 degree upon sine 62 degree into sine 63 degree minus cos 63 degree into sine 62 degree upon sine 62 degree into sine 63 degree plus the last term sine 119 degree into cos 118 degree divided by sine 118 degree into sine 119 degree minus cos 119 degree into sine 118 degree divided by sine 118 degree into sine 119 degree. By doing like this, what we will see the first term the sine 61 degree and sine 61 degree will get cancelled. In the second term sine and this will get cancelled. Okay, sorry, in here sine 60 degree and sine 60 degree will get cancelled, and in the third term you can see sine 60 degree and sine 63 degree. In the fourth term what you will see is sine 62 degree, sine 62 degree will get cancelled, and similarly for the last term sine 119 degree, sine 119 degree, and this is the second last. Now the last term sine 118 degree and sine 119 degree will get cancelled. You will be left with cot 60 degree in the first term, cot minus cot 61 degree in the second term, plus cot 62 degree in the third term minus cot 63 degree into fourth term by cos 60 upon sin 60 degree, cot 60 degree, cos 60 upon sin 61 degree with minus sign. So minus cos 61 degree cos 62 degree upon sin 62 degree. This will give you cot 62 degree minus cot 63 degree, and similarly the last two terms will be plus cot 118 degree minus cot 119 degree. Now one more formula, you know that formula is like this, that cot of pi minus theta is minus cot theta. That formula I will use for the angle which is greater than 90 degree. Okay, so let us see. Now cot 60 degree no change, minus cot 61 degree also no change, plus cot 62 degree no change, cot 63 degree no change, plus dash 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 cot 118 degree we can write pi minus 62 degree, and minus cot 119 degree can be written as pi minus 61 degree. So this will give you cot 60 degree minus cot 61 degree plus cot 62 degree minus cot 63 degree plus dash dash dash, now minus cot 62 degree, because cot pi minus theta is minus cot theta, and here also minus cot 61 degree, so minus minus plus, so cot 61 degree. In this way you can see as a whole cot 61 and minus cot 61 cancelled, cot 62 and plus cot 62 cancelled. Similarly minus cot 63 will be cancelled with the some term over here. There must be some term as plus cot 63 degree. Therefore we are left with cot 60 degree, and cot 60 degree is only how much? Tan 60 is root 3, so cot 60 degree is 1 upon root 3. Therefore our left hand side expression was what? Alpha upon cosec 1 degree is 1 upon root 3, but we have to find cosec 1 degree upon alpha whole square is equal to root 3 upon 1 whole square, that is 3. So this is your answer.